Welcome to day 2 of the Fast Track to Coaching Success. In this series, we're unlocking the secrets to going from zero to profit in just 90 days. Stay tuned as we dive into actionable strategies that transform budding coaches into thriving business owners.
Well, Eric, I'm excited to continue on in this series all about developing that profitable coaching business in just 90 days, something that you have done and helped others do. So excited to get some more tips from you. Let's go ahead and dive into kind of the next set of tips you have for aspiring coaches.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the day one, what we went through was the first 30 days pre-launch before you actually go out there and officially start putting yourself out there. Now we're going to talk about the first 30 days in the role. And so one of the most important things, in the pre-launch, you should have been teasing people, letting them know you're making this transition, start putting things out there, getting things in place, lining things up so that you don't get out there, get engaged with a client. And then you're like, okay, what do we do next? And you're like, I don't know. I got to figure that out. Trust me from experience, you don't want to do that. So I recommend taking that time to prep and get yourself prepared. So that way, when you transition into phase 2, which is the first 30 days, you're ready to go. So first and foremost, website and online presence. So you should have had all that set up, but now you really want to start dialing in and you actually want to start some kind of marketing strategy. What I would recommend in the beginning to keep costs down, use your social media, leverage your social media to test your marketing messaging, and let people know what you do. Share a lot of information in the beginning as you're a little bit more of a content creator. So be comfortable with the idea that you're going to be constantly sharing information for free, right? To engage people, get them excited about what you're capable of doing for them. And then as you begin to share that information, what you want to do is you want to aggregate that and put that on your website. So get it in your social media, get it on your website, push it out there, get people to go to your website as much as you can, drive people there to get more information. It's not a bad idea to put some digital tools on your website. It could be a calculator that people use to manage your marketing budget. It could be, a number of different tools like that would be valuable. Those things are going to be drive more people to your website and create more exposure. You want to talk about marketing and promotion, implement your marketing strategy, focus on both online and offline channels. So you'll likely find, depending on how confident and capable you are in a face-to-face environment, going to a networking event, putting yourself out there, sharing what you do. If you have a background where you're comfortable in that space, you're going to thrive there and you're going to find clients fairly quickly. I know that my first couple of clients probably took me the very first client I actually fell into, quite honestly, and then COVID hit. So a little bit unique scenario there. But as soon as I got out and started doing networking on a consistent basis, people were, hey, how do I learn more? How can I work with you? And that started opening opportunities for me pretty quickly. And then as I found referral partners to partner with when it came to marketing, those referral partners would learn what I was doing and how I engage with clients. And I would find referral partners who do work with the same kind of client base. And we leveraged one another's relationships so that we could actually reach out and collectively, go back and forth with, hey, I met this person. They might be a good fit for what you're doing, and vice versa. And so a lot of my early clients were through referral partners, and a great way to help build the business quickly, especially with the one-on-one clients. And network extensively, online, offline, anywhere, anytime you have the opportunity. Use your elevator pitch, share with people. Again, the elevator pitch needs to be a nice hook that really pulls people in and says, that's compelling. Tell me more, right? So in the beginning, my elevator pitch was, give me 45 minutes and I'll show you how to uncover $100,000 or more in additional revenue without spending more money on marketing or advertising. And people are like, wow, that's impressive. A lot of people are kind of like, I'm not sure I believe that. But what it led to was a conversation like, really? Well, how do you do that? And then I go into a little bit more detail in my 30 to 60 second commercial. That is, part of your marketing, whether it's on your business cards, it's could be on your voicemail, whatever, but you want to put it out there as much as you can and get people to engage with you. As you think about your client acquisition, offer introductory less sessions. Be willing to do, free 45-minute sessions to show people what you could do for them, how you could help them uncover revenue, how you can help them increase sales, how you can find more leads, how you can reduce their expenses, whatever it is that you're going to do for a client, whatever your background is. It could be hiring and firing and helping people identify, better hiring practices. That could be a big thing right now. So there's a number of different ways that you get your foot in the door and really kind of introduce what you can do for people. Be willing to speak, speak at networking groups, speak at Rotary clubs, speak at, if you can get into a BNI group, go into a BNI group and do a 10-minute presentation there. Often you have to be a member before they let you do a 10-minute presentation, but there's a lot of other places that'll let you speak. Take advantage of those opportunities, get comfortable being in front of groups like that, because that's the quickest way to help find clients. And then consider doing the exact same thing online, virtually, with webinars. Another great way to really kind of get your brand and your message out there is speaking in front of groups of people. That'll be a little bit tougher in the beginning, is you have to drive people to the online space to be on your webinar, your workshop, whatever. So depending on what your comfort level is, either online or offline, but leverage that either way so you can be in front of people and talk about what you do. You will find more clients that way. And then collect all your testimonials. Another big important part. As you get people who are saying great things about what you do, collect it on Google, get it on Yelp, wherever you can get it, get on your website and get those testimonials set up, because those testimonials are the credibility that you need to that demonstrate you know what you're talking about and that you do what you say you can do. And I touched on it, but I'll go a little bit deeper on this. Make sure you develop your client onboarding process. You should have an intake form of some sort. You should have determined what that was going to look like for you early on, but make sure you have something in place that you can capture the client information, have a clear indication of how you're going to onboard them, what that looks like, share that with them. You should probably have an email follow-up that introduces them, welcomes them, shows them what the next steps are going to look like, helps them identify and get an idea what the experience is going to be like working with you, get them scheduled for their first few calls, whatever that looks like, but clearly identify what you want that to look like and have that outlined. And then I would encourage you to automate as much of those processes as you can possibly do. If you're solopreneur doing this, you're absolutely going to want to make sure you have it lined out so that you can, that these things will take place without you having to manually do them. That was absolutely, I did not have the understanding and the background knowledge of the digital marketing process and the automation solutions that were available out there when I started this business. That would have helped dramatically back then. So use those tools for scheduling, client management, communications, whatever that looks like. You're going to want to take advantage of all of those resources. So whether it's Calendly, use your CRM effectively with your email follow-up campaigns. There's a number of different tools. I encourage you to kind of look and do some research on that and find one that works for you. I would encourage you to host your own event. You can often use like a free room at a library. Better Business Bureau. We've used that facility before. A lot of local community facilities will allow you to have a room for free. You can just invite a bunch of people, have them come in, and you can do some educational information. Do like a 45-minute presentation, and then do like a 15-minute Q&A. It might even be a 30-minute presentation and 30-minute Q&A, and get people to, really kind of engage with you. That's often where I would find clients, is doing just that simple process. It's a little bit harder in the beginning to get people in the room, so you might have to ask some people to make some referrals for you, but you'll find a lot of value in that. You'll see the message popped up again for mybizcoaches.com/coach. Strongly encourage you to take a look at that. That is our business in a box. It will help you get your coaching business off the ground and certainly help you find your way to profitability within 90 days or less. You'll find that you scan that QR code and you'll see a little bit about what we offer. We have a full package outlined with all the marketing strategy, all the solutions, as well as a network and a ton of resources that will help you kind of get your business off the ground quick. Last couple of things I'd touch on here, collect your client testimonials, continue to gather and do that. Fine tune your offerings. You're probably going to find over time that you're going to want to make sure that as you get a better feel for who your target audience is, what's the length of engagement, what's an average length of engagement. I've had clients for almost 5 years. I have clients for 5 months. And the reality is the average is somewhere in the middle right there. So as you begin to engage with your clients, you'll get a feel for how long they may stay, build packages around that and along the lines of what you're going to do for them in what defined timeline. Introduce a referral program. That's a great thing to do in the first 30 days, help you get more clients, and make sure that you're continuing to review and adjust your marketing strategy. If you recognize that your messages on social media, your content out there is not landing, first and foremost, make sure you're engaging. If somebody comments on your stuff on social media, you should be responding to those comments, because if they took the time to comment it, you should take the time to respond to them, and that'll help build that relationship. A lot of business created for us through LinkedIn. People comment on my different posts, my content. And when I engage with them, that creates opportunity to build a relationship. And that's created a number of partnerships and other opportunities for us. And then now you're 30 days in, make sure you're taking an eye on your financial management. Don't buy software you don't need. Don't buy solutions you don't need. Don't invest in things that you don't need. You won't need a lot of the stuff. That's why I said I encourage you to take a look at the program we have, because it will help you identify exactly what you need right now, and then what you can budget for later on, when it makes sense. But I think that's pretty much everything I have for this section today. Consider, like I said, partnering up with somebody who's maybe in the space that you want to be in. That's certainly an opportunity. And consider, as you're building your business, look for what I believe would be great partners, what you believe would be great partners for you. I believe that's a phenomenal resource. And as you build those relationships, you'll find more people that will benefit from your solutions.
As always, great tips and advice, Eric. Thanks so much. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, be sure to do so. Certainly, you don't want to miss the next part in this series, but also other great videos that Eric puts out on the topic of business coaching. Whether you've been doing it for 5 years or 5 minutes, you'll get something out of the weekly episode. So be sure to subscribe and follow Eric on LinkedIn and social media. So as always, thanks, Eric.
Thanks, David.